Hello, I'm Chanel, Vehicle Title Expert. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I thank you in advance for subscribing. So today I will be talking about the 6 mistakes that come with mechanic storage lien filing. I will talk briefly about what a mechanic storage lien is, and then I will dive into the mistakes that are normally present when it comes to the filings of mechanic storage liens. So, for those of you who do not know, a mechanic storage lien is a legal process that a repair shop, a vehicle storage holder, or a tow facility will file so that they can get the monetary damages that they are seeking in the event the vehicles are not paid for that they have on their property. Okay, so that's the process, and the process also varies by state. Okay, now with that being said, I'm going to cover some mistakes that I see a lot when it comes to mechanic storage lien filing. So if you are an auto mechanic, you are a vehicle storage holder, or even a tow company, hopefully you will benefit greatly from this segment. So you will want to follow all 6 areas closely and do your part to not fall into these mistakes so that you won't have any issues when it comes to filing a mechanic storage lien if you need to do so. Okay, so the first mistake that I see often is not filing that mechanic storage lien in a timely manner. You really want to pay attention to the statutes and the laws as it pertains to your state, because every state have different processes and a timing, process as well. So if you do not file your mechanic storage lien in a timely manner, sometimes you can lose any type of compensation that you are seeking, especially if there's a lien holder on that vehicle. If you have a vehicle and there's a lien holder, a lot of times the lien holder, they have the upper hand or the leeway when it comes to that vehicle, more so than the owner will. So sometimes if you file too late, you may not get the full compensation from that lien holder. You may not get any. It just really depends. So the sooner you file and you comply with your state, the better things will work out in your favor. Okay. Number two, this mistake here is very easy to disregard, but it can also cause a problem for you down the road. So if someone is turning a vehicle into you or bringing the vehicle in for service, you want to ask for ID. Okay, you want to also look at the registration card and make sure everything matches up, because if not, you really don't know who that person is and what their connection to that vehicle is. So somewhere down the road, it could come up as being stolen, or some other issue could be going on with it, and it could put you in a hot seat regarding being a middleman for that vehicle that you now have in your possession. So my recommendation, always ask for ID for that vehicle, also with the registration card as well. Okay. Number three, this is another issue that I see in terms of, identification, and not, getting things signed properly, or at all. You really want to have that customer to sign off on your repair or storage ticket that you have for that vehicle. A lot of times I see blank vehicle repair tickets or orders. And what I mean by blank, I'm talking about no signatures. So you really want to make sure you get a signature from that customer that is turning that vehicle into you or submitting that vehicle, because that customer is in fact acknowledging, any diagnostics, storage charges, repairs, and the list goes on. They are acknowledging what is on that repair ticket. Without that signature there, essentially, they don't really have to regard the terms or the fees that are on that repair order. So be very sure that you get the signature of the person submitting that vehicle to you. Next, when it comes to storage terms, you don't have to charge storage, but if you are going to charge storage, you want to make sure you comply with your state requirements. And if you are going to charge storage, make sure you disclose the terms up front. Some mechanics will charge storage fees once the vehicle has been repaired. Sometimes, you may give the customer 3 days, to pay. And if they don't pay within 3 days, as an example, then the storage fees will be assessed. So whatever your terms are, make sure you cover the fees in question, when the fees are going to be assessed, and any fees per day or per month that you are charging the customer. Number 5, not having payment arrangements with customers in writing. Sometimes I get mechanics that will tell me that they have made arrangements with the customer, um, you know, regarding getting paid and the customer removing the vehicle by phone. They don't have anything in writing. Huge mistake here, very huge. Because if you're just talking to that customer over the phone and there is no type of, you know, payment arrangement, on paper, then essentially it's your word versus the customer. And if the customer feels like they can, pull the rug from underneath you, then they can do that because it's not in writing. So if you have any type of payment terms, make sure you have those terms in writing. Okay. And finally, this one here is a really serious one. I mean, all of these points are serious, but this last one here, it can really cost you a lot of money and a lot of time spent in the court. So sometimes I come across mechanics that will release the vehicle to the customer even though the customer didn't pay. The customer may have promised to pay or they may have worked out an arrangement, but they release that vehicle to the customer hoping and believing that they're going to get compensated. So once you release that vehicle to the customer, keep in mind you cannot file a mechanic storage lien, okay? Because again, a mechanic storage lien is for a vehicle that you have. You can't put a lien on something that have no interest in when it comes to mechanic storage lien matters. So in the event you choose to, you know, give the customer a break or release that vehicle to them, hoping that you'll get paid, and you don't get paid at best, you might be able to file a claim in court. And if you go that route, you better have all of your documentation and ducks in a row. Because if not, pretty much you're going to be out of any money that you are seeking, from that customer. So these are the 6 mistakes that I see when it comes to mechanic storage lien filing. If you have any questions pertaining to mechanic storage liens, feel free to visit me at wisdomandauthority.com or drop me a line below. Please click share and subscribe. Check me out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I hope to hear from you soon.